My Gavan and Melanine, and well met indeed. I'm Arike Galadirthan, and welcome back to the second continuation, this is like episode 12 of the Dorwinion campaign. As I have continued straight on from where I left off last time, I won't need to recap anything, which I do find particularly infuriating, and I should do the little recapping before I play. Now, I forgot to mention last time, and it only dawned on me that I didn't mention it, but that used to be called Ostineru, E-R-Y, and for those of you who are budding Sindar enthusiasts, or Sindarin enthusiasts, that means Town of the Wastes. Although the region is called the Plains of Sorrow, so it doesn't link at all. But it is a reasonable wasteland. So, Town of the Wastes seemed fitting, did it not? Right, I'm sure you're all aware I completely slaughtered 3 of our highest ranking generals last time in a completely insane bout of madness on my part. But Rhûn have brought no more forces to Mistrand in the time we have been besieging it. And we are unsure really what's happening with them actually. Which is, as I've said before, which is always a little bit more off-putting not knowing what they're doing than knowing what they're doing. Because at least when you know, you can counter it. We need more troops on that western flank. Flunk? It's not a word. On that western flank. Can we spare anyone? Oh, yes we can. Your entire garrison can go down there.
As you wish. We'll
what about Carverad? We'll take 1 unit.
My lord, by your command, we can go no further today.
And a garrison there. We can train them. You can get 2 units of Avari Shadows here. Ah, but you get 2 and then it takes 34 turns. Ah, the Avarin War Academy. Ah, I've just not got the money. Lord's Hall. But I will take that whole garrison and head them west as well.
We'll make camp here.
We're making good money now.
My lord.
Oh dear, they've upgraded it and everything.
There will be much honor in
What's he doing there?
To our dignitaries.
Oh, I like their army. Dale looked good. Dale's army is virtually untouched from the base game. We've made very little changement and adjustments. All we've really done is taken some existing base game models and upgraded and given that look to certain other units when they upgrade so that there's a bit of uniformity. Is there anything here we can't use? Caravan, if they get the caravans. No, otherwise it's a very well built up town. Yeah, there it is. We don't get any bonus from the caravan stop. We can end turn again and just wait for the attack on Swinburg. Unfortunately, our problems won't end when we defeat Rhûn.
Despite your honorless
Oh, they want a
antics,
ceasefire.
we would speak with you this day.
No. That means they think we're winning.
A shame. Very well.
That means they are very afraid that we are winning. Oh, they've already offered me a ceasefire actually, haven't they? No, they come at us with more. But still not enough. Look at that. That is an army of basic units. Combined with the spattering of rubbish that made it into Mistrand when we sold them back.
Muster your courage, men! We march into battle!
This time, no matter how much money they offer us, we will not give them any prisoners, and we'll take Mistrand and we will execute everyone within the walls.
The battle seems to be swinging in our favour. From such tidings does victory emerge.
I'll pull back again, take a head on. They've got some cavalry, didn't they? So this time we will make a stake wall. We just have to be careful not to run into it. Take our 3 units of them. 3 units of them. Form a line. Then I'll take you and you. Oh, why am I doing that? Yeah, just take all of them, them, and them. Form a line. Take the elves to cover that flank, because they will be able to hold there for a long time. And 14 of them may not hold that side as well, but that side is less likely to be flanked, and will have the support of the generals. Now, Norway can't drop stakes, but everyone else that can has gone to drop stakes.
The enemy have brought up more men.
You guys can all just hang back a bit. Alright, we'll speed it up as we are just waiting. Everyone's ready. I've got their sprite listed to change, but changing the sprites is so boring that I've just not got round to it. It takes the game seconds, literal seconds, to create the sprite, and it takes about 2 to 3 minutes per unit to then do all the conversions needed to get them into the game. Now I know that that's just mindless and nothing to you guys, but from a modder's perspective, if you constantly do all the things that are really boring, it drains the desire to do the modding. We get to kill off some of them, and that's the captain of the reinforcements. The AI really does some very baffling things. Oh, they're Cantabrianing. Don't waste your arrows on them. We'll let those 2 guys fire their arrows. Why are they further back than everyone else? Please don't fire at the... Good. They've gone for the horse guard. Who... Oh, of course, getting around the stakes. Stakes are really not going to do anything this time around, actually, are they?
If we continue like this... Good tidings. The enemy general lies dead.
And I've put them right in front of my line. What an idiot. This Dorwinion campaign has just highlighted that I am not fit to be the leader of these factions, of these battles. Punishing attack from the horse guard. Shift those 2 up. Come out of those. Run up there. You guys run up there. I don't want you to go anywhere near the stakes, so for now you're just walking about them. Let's take a look at some of these guys firing again. Oh, you can hear the crossbow bolts whining. Shadow's getting a lot of kills on the Balkoff.
The battle is very much in our favour. Victory will be ours.
Right, the cavalry. We don't really need the cavalry to win. If we use them, we will win faster, but I can't use them without killing them. So I'm going to have to keep them out on the edge and hope that the enemy takes the bait and charges them. As it looks like they're doing with their own cavalry.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Yes. They are. So we use the cavalry to just pick off anyone that tries to flee. Although we can hit those archers there.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy. Behold how our cowardly foe runs. It's time to press the attack.
Chase down those who are already routing. Someone's still fighting, but... Oh, these guys. Oh, we're shooting them with arrows, though, so we'll be alright.
The enemy army flees the field.
And we've got it.
Pursue and run them down.
And now it's just mopping up time. Oh, they're making it out to the edge. Yeah. Oh, no, they've just run right past one of our units. Ah, oh, curses. Oh, well. Somebody asked, what is the backstory of Dorwinion? And that I will gladly tell you. We don't know, is the answer, I'm afraid. The elves were awoken at Dorwinion, which is in the farthest east of Middle-earth at the time. and it is their ancestral homeland. Although interestingly, it is never really made a mention of anywhere other than the Silmarillion, where it's very heavy, because obviously that's the founding of Middle Earth. But in the Lord of the Rings, no one ever mentions it. So it's not like it's this holy realm that the elves really cherish that they came from there. It seems to be a place that they all have longingly forgotten. And that's potentially because many of them have made it to Oman, or at least lived with the Mayan queen Melian, was she called Melian? Melian the Maya, yes she was. She was the queen of the Sindar in Beleriand, and so they lived this like higher existence under the Valar.
Let all who remember this day remember it as the day of our most
268.
glorious victory.
Hi, Elvari, the Archers. Where are the shadows? Thorn crossbowmen pulling in a... Look at that. They're pulling in a shift. They never get that many. Shadows 241, so they were up there. So I think because they were like not twisted, but they saw the life under the Valar as way better than anything they remember from Curvinian, that it's never really mentioned. But the elves awoke at Curvinian, and then they went on their great journey. They followed Arome and his steed Nahar, and they went west. And obviously many elves didn't. They remained. These are the Avari elves, the dark elves.
Noble conquest.
And these are the elves that we use for the Dorwinion campaign. Now that is pure speculation. It is known that some Avari did sort of move about. They didn't just stay in Curvinian. They wandered around. And there is sort of some possibility that they would have made it to the lands around Dorwinion and Rhûn, because we don't really know anything about Rhûn either. They factor into the histories of Middle-earth maybe 3 times, when the Balcoth invade, when the Wain Riders invade, and when the Easterlings invade in the Third Age. Other than that, we know little. They're all in the Third Age. In the War of the Ring, I mean. So it's possible that elves may have made it here. And we take that and we stretch it to be that some elves may have made it to Dorwinion. Excuse me, sorry. So that's where the elven background comes from. But the human background we know of definitely. But the only thing we know about them is that they made wine. And it was good enough for Thranduil to buy. And that is all we know. That is literally all that is known about Dorwinion.
March to exhaustion.
Dorwinion is meant to mean land of wine, but it is an amalgamation of 2 languages. Dor in Sindarian means land. This is the same aspect found in the word Gondor, Arnor. Gondor meaning land of rock, land of stone, and Arnor meaning the king's land.
I shall continue tomorrow.
And it's the same item found in Dorwinion. But the Winian section comes from, I think, Old English or possibly Welsh, or ancient Welsh, if anything. But they're joined together to make this land of wine. But that is all we know, I'm afraid. So everything about Dorwinion, from their command structure with this Vine Regent and Vine Lord that I've gone for, and the Vintner Court and the Paladins and the High Paladins, all of that is entirely made up to give the faction some flavour. I didn't want them to just be a cut-priced Dale, so they'd just have Dalian this, Dalian that, or they'd be like Rovanian units everywhere. We wanted them to have a unique identity, and the only thing we knew about them was wine, so we focused heavily on the wine feature. I say we, Dorwinion's naming is almost entirely down to myself. Dorwinion, Dol Amroth, and Bree. Those 3 factions, the naming of the factions, the naming of the units, the like extra backstory is all written by me. It's all essentially made up by myself. Particularly Dol Amroth. It's no secret that Dol Amroth are my favourite faction in the game and in Tolkien's extended lore itself.
With honor, this tower will keep vigil over the lands.
And so I went hard on creating them a more interesting backstory.
This tower will keep vigil over the lands.
What a glorious victory. We have taken Mistrand. And this victory is won by all of Dorwinion and shared by all of Dorwinion. And as such, the rather dull yet magnificent name of Ost in, or do I want in? No, I want N because it's going to be plural. Dorwinrim. Ostin Dorwinrim means town of the Dorwinrim, town of the men of Dorwinion. Let's build that. We have really crippled Rhûn now.
Yes, my lord.
Let's shift some of those to Ostin Dorwinrim. Is there not much use in
Your will,
Lest?
my lord. Yes.
It's not called Lest, is it?
We'll make
Arathur?
camp here.
We are now making substantial amounts of money, mostly because many of our units have died, and that alone is why we're making
Your
the money.
orders, my lord.
But we can get. Oh, you know what though? If we become too
This
much of a
tower
threat
will keep vigil over the
and
lands.
Rhûn start leaving
Yes.
us alone,
This
Dol
tower
Guldur will
keep
be
vigil over the lands.
here very
We
soon.
shall continue tomorrow.
Oh, we can get farmhand units over there. Yes, please. Oh, and our units are training. We will plan for this. And for the meantime, actually, we'll keep it a little on the low for the moment. But then we will prepare an army to now attack Dol Guldur. As we should have a brief lull period while we await Rûn's response.
My lord.
Yes, my lord.
Let's just claim that.
An honourable, glorious victory! My lord,
Sorry, excuse me.
our courage and honour have conquered.
I don't think I want to do anything else
orders,
because I
my
don't think Rûn plan on doing anything else.
This tower will keep vigil over the lands.
So we'll just keep sending those units to West Fourth Winter, where we will then move down on Varfest and hold, because once we own Varfest, we'll border with Mordor, and they will be relentless. Similarly, if we take the town here, I can't remember its name, but there is a gap in the mountains. I think it's just there, and Mordor will stream through that as well. And they also come around the edge, of course. As soon as you get a land border with Mordor that they can actually exploit, so because obviously I already have a land border, but there's mountains in the way. But as soon as I get one that they can join together with, they will throw everything they've got at us. That's exactly how the AI works, and there's no way around it. Similarly, in the Northern Dunedain campaigns, you just saw me gift 3 regions to Ered Luin, and that is the only way I can get Ered Luin to attack the Misty Mountains. The only other way I've ever found, and it sometimes works and sometimes doesn't, is you can give them military access and then give them a region on the side of your lands that you want them to attack. So I could have given them Gundabad, for example, and then just given them military access, and they might have then walked through my lands to get to Dorwin, to get to Gundabad, and then once they'd arrived at Gundabad, they would then go from there on to attacking the Misty Mountains. But it's no guarantee. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Orders. By your command, my
So
lord.
you
By your
can't bank on it, unfortunately. But now that we're actually getting money, we will actually be building things as well. Including our War Academy, which will upgrade to an even better War Academy once... Yes, the Elder Academy comes after the War Academy. It improves our units so much. How's that one getting along? Oh, it's about halfway. Ilanin's building its roads, getting us better connections with Dale, who I am hoping will seize upon this weakened run to finally take Wintirian Eor, which is the Easterling capital. Very interesting.
My lord. Approaching quietly.
Rubar is still held.
Approaching quietly. Tomorrow's journey.
The faction
no
heir is only
doubt.
1 city away, so why is he not bothering with us?
Yes, my lord.
Yes. This tower will keep...
Your will, my lord.
Your orders, my lord. Yes, my lord.
I'm also not going to sit in there because we're just sitting ducks. We'll defend on the
with
bridge.
honour.
Where's the next crossing
Your
point?
orders, yes, your orders, my lord.
There, at the fort.
Yes, my lord.
Yes.
I'm surprised Rhûn haven't attacked some of our weaker targets.
Your orders, my lord.
With honour. This tower will keep vigil over the lands. This tower will keep vigil over the lands.
Very surprised.
Orders. March to exhaustion, continuing later.
Oh, I've got that diplomat, haven't I? Where's he? Pelennor Fields,
Yes, my lord.
because we are trying to get map information with... Oh, there seems to be a little bit of a glitched out general there. Oh, no, I can't get map information because they're besieging Gondor. Do they still own
Without
Lossarnak?
question,
Yes,
what
they
is
do.
it you wish to discuss?
Trade rights here.
You hold us at ransom. Another proposition for us, then?
He's gone for map information, I like that.
It's good to see there is something else you wish to propose, then. I accept
Yes.
this wonderful deal with pleasure. An honor and a pleasure. Farewell.
We've allied with Gondor, the bastion of the east. Or, well, bastion of the west. We live in the east. Now, we have a much better chance of saving them than we do in that Northern Dunedain campaign where they're virtually already defeated. Because very soon we will be attacking Mordor from the other side. But Mordor is so vast and so powerful that it takes it takes about 4 enemies to attack them at the same time for them to ever feel the effects of war, which can be a real pain. Somebody also asked, do I only like Lord of the Rings, or do I also like, for example, Elder Scrolls, Star Wars, things like that? And in my reply to him, and in my reply to everyone, is that I do indeed like many other things. Particularly, I'm very fond of Star Wars, yes, particularly the Mon Calamari or Mon Cala race. Admiral Akbar being my favourite character from
Your orders,
the Star Wars universe. I was very pleased to see Admiral Akbar in the latest film.
Assembling a mighty
I was
host.
less pleased to learn that he only has 2 lines, and they are completely irrelevant to the film.
My lord. Yeah, your
However,
will,
aside
my
from
lord.
that, yes, I thoroughly
Your
enjoy the Elder
Yes,
Scrolls.
my lord.
With Skyrim
Yes.
being my second most played game
With
after
honor.
Sins of a Solar
This
Empire.
tower will keep vigil over the lands. Yes, we shall.
Orders.
Which is, I found very interesting on my Steam stats. Although Skyrim on my Steam stats is very low because I played it horrifically on the Xbox. And then it was only when I got a computer powerful enough to play it that I then abused the modding capabilities of that game. But Sins of a Solar Empire is my most played game, I believe, of all time. I absolutely love it. Particularly with the Interregnum Star Wars mod. But I know very little of the lore of Star Wars. I know a reasonable bit about Mon Calamari, and I know some of the planet names and then the acronyms like
Your orders, my
AT-AT is
lord.
all-terrain attack transport and things like that. But I don't know anywhere near as much as I do in Lord of the Rings. Right, we're in a bit of a lull period. We haven't had one of these in one of these videos for a long time. No one's really attacking us. We're at a sort of uneasy peace where they're not attacking us just because we're stronger than them. But it does just mean that we will now just get stronger and stronger as time goes on. Build that one first, actually. Because now that Rhûn isn't attacking us, our economy is now just going back into itself. Right, I'm going to show you all another little cheat that I use. I know I said I only cheat once, but I don't consider this one a cheat. I consider it a repopulation of peoples. I move them. So a diligent number of people are willing to move to Nerthur. Named after Norway, of course. The victory of Norway, or great... well, Tur does just mean victory. So it's Norway's victory. They need another 500 people, well, 496, before they can upgrade. And Karasant has an abundance of people. So we are going to add population. You need brackets because it's a double word. Karasant. 496 people. No, did that wrong. Minus 496 people. Boom. And now 496 people have left Karasant, and they don't know where to go. So we're going to add the population. 496 people. We don't need the brackets because Nerthur is a single word. And we're adding them to Nerthur. Oh no, I didn't put a space. And we're adding them to Nerthur. So now Nerthur can upgrade. And it has 1,200 people exactly. I don't like to just add population point blank. I do feel that that is cheating. But I really don't feel bad at all by moving people from one city to another. And as some people have pointed out, because I may have done that in a video before, or I just explained how to do that in a video before, but in the original Rome Total War, you could buy peasants in one settlement, move them to another settlement, and disband them, where they would then join the population. And I believe that that is essentially just a shortened version of doing that exact thing, because you can't, if you disband a unit, they don't go to the population of the towns in Medieval 2, but they do in Rome. So, this is my way around that.
Entering woods and preparing to ambush, my lord.
Karasant, East Falkland. Interestingly, my little talk about Dorwinion's backstory, Nahar, who is the Mount of Rome, the Valar, essentially the Valar of the Hunt.
Yes, my lord.
Although that's
With
not really what he
honor,
is the Valar of,
This
but
tower will keep vigil over the lands.
he's almost
Yes.
like the messenger, really. He's the
Making
most
camp
travelled.
here.
Your will, my lord.
But his horse is called
Yes.
Nahar, and the elven horse archers that you will be able to train once you build the barracks, is it? I can't remember. Oh no, the stables, of course. When you build the upgraded stables, the Dorwinion elven cavalry you can get are called Avari Naharim, which means folk of Nahar. It's the same aspect that you see in the word Dorwinion. That ending is denotes folk of, so a group, a collection of peoples as opposed to just a group of people. So like English people as opposed to there are a few English people, you're denoting all English people. And that's what the rim adds, Naharim. It means they are the folk of Nahar. Now there's a very large garrison at Varfest, which troubles me. And they have finally made it to Dorwinion, but
I will not waste words on
not
you.
with anything really. But this is about the time that I would end the episode, so I'm disappointed there's only been one battle, but I shall end it here. So I hope this one, as ever, has been interesting to watch and interesting to listen to, and I passed the past 25 minutes for you well. And as ever, thank you very much for watching indeed. Feel free to please post any comments or questions you wish in the YouTube comments section, or indeed on Total War Center, where they are responded to much quicker. Or ModDB if you must, but as I keep saying, I don't really use ModDB. But for now, that's it. So thank you very much, and until we speak again, dear friends, Navar Naden Pedimat Melunin, and fare thee well.